Most people have been told the same rule for decades. Never work out on an empty stomach. Eat something first, fuel the body, drink your pre-workout, grab a banana, maybe a protein bar. But what if that advice is quietly sabotaging one of the most powerful metabolic advantages your body has? Right now, somewhere in the world, two people are doing the exact same workout. Same exercises, same intensity, same duration, but one of them will burn significantly more body fat, activate powerful cellular repair pathways, and trigger hormones that reshape their metabolism for the next 24 hours. The other will simply burn the snack they ate before the workout. The difference between them isn't effort. It isn't genetics. It's whether they trained fed or fasted. And what happens inside your body when you exercise in a fasted state is far more dramatic than most people realize. To understand why, you first need to understand something about your metabolism that the fitness industry rarely explains clearly. Your body runs on two main fuel systems. The first is glycogen. This is stored carbohydrate packed into your muscles and liver. Think of it as your body's quick access fuel tank. It's easy to use, easy to replenish, and often the first thing our body reaches for during intense exercise. But there's a problem. Your glycogen stores are limited. On average, the human body stores roughly 2,000 calories worth of glycogen. This fuel can be depleted surprisingly quickly during intense exercise. This offers us a significant opportunity for fat burning, because during this depletion period, our body switches to another fuel system. The second fuel system is something most people carry in massive supply: body fat. Even relatively lean individuals often store tens of thousands of calories of energy in fat tissue. For many people, the number can exceed 100,000 calories. In other words, your body has a tiny fuel tank and a massive energy reserve. This reserve is not just as weight, but as a highly efficient survival mechanism designed to sustain activity when food is limited. Here's the key point. Your body only accesses that massive reserve under specific metabolic conditions. And one of the biggest factors controlling that access is a hormone called insulin. When you eat, especially carbohydrates, insulin rises. Its job is to move nutrients from your bloodstream into your cells. That's helpful after a meal. But insulin sends another message to your body. There is plenty of energy available. When that signal is active, fat cells become far less willing to release their stored energy. In simple terms, the door to your fat reserves becomes partially closed. So when someone eats right before exercise, their body often prioritizes burning the fresh fuel that just entered the bloodstream. That banana you ate, that sports drink, that energy bar, your body will happily burn those first, which means the workout you hoped would tap into stored fat may end up doing something much simpler: burning breakfast. But when you exercise after a period of fasting, the hormonal environment looks very different. During this time, your body works more efficiently. Insulin levels are low, blood glucose is stable, and your body decides to shift toward a different metabolic strategy. Researchers sometimes call this shift the metabolic switch. Instead of relying primarily on glucose, your body increases its use of fatty acids and ketones as fuel. Multiple studies have found that exercising in a fasted state can increase fat oxidation during workouts compared to exercising after eating. In some research, the difference can reach around 20% more fat burned during the session. But the interesting side of this metabolic state isn't just the fat burning during the workout. It's the cascade of biological signals that get activated. One of the most important players in this process is a molecule inside your cells called AMPK. Think of AMPK as a kind of cellular energy sensor. When energy levels drop, such as during fasting or exercise, AMPK becomes activated. Once switched on, it tells your body to start producing energy more efficiently. It encourages your cells to increase fat burning. It promotes the formation of new mitochondria. the tiny power plants that generate energy inside your cells. This process, known as mitochondrial biogenesis, makes you more efficient at producing energy even when you're at rest, and it improves metabolic flexibility, your body's ability to switch between different fuel sources. More mitochondria means something powerful: greater endurance, more efficient energy production, and improved metabolic health. This is one reason endurance athletes often have dramatically higher mitochondrial density compared to sedentary individuals. But AMPK does something else that has captured the attention of scientists studying longevity. It helps activate a process called autophagy. Autophagy literally means self-eating. It's your body's way of identifying damaged cellular components and recycling them. Old proteins, dysfunctional mitochondria, cellular debris that accumulates over time. Autophagy helps clear them out. Think of it like your body running a deep internal cleanup, removing broken parts so healthier ones can replace them. Fasting and exercise are two of the most reliable triggers known to stimulate this process. But the metabolic effects of fasted exercise don't stop there. Another hormone begins to rise significantly when you train without recently eating: growth hormone. Despite the name, growth hormone isn't just about growing taller. In adults, it plays a major role in fat metabolism, tissue repair, and muscle maintenance. During fasting, growth hormone levels naturally increase as the body tries to protect lean tissue while mobilizing fat for energy. That prevents the body from breaking down muscle tissue when food isn't immediately available. Add exercise into the mix, and the increase can become even more pronounced. This hormonal shift helps your body preserve muscle while encouraging fat breakdown, a combination many people are trying to achieve with complicated diet plans and supplements. And here's where evolution tells an interesting story. For most of human history, food was not constantly available. Our ancestors often had to move, hunt, gather, and travel while hungry. If the human body performed poorly without frequent meals, early humans would have struggled to survive. Instead, the opposite adaptation occurred. When food intake drops and energy demand rises, your body begins releasing norepinephrine, a hormone that increases alertness and mobilizes stored energy. Many people notice this effect during fasting. Focus becomes sharper, energy levels feel surprisingly stable, mental clarity improves. From an evolutionary perspective, this makes sense. A hunter with low energy and poor concentration would not be very successful. Your body evolved to become more capable when fuel is scarce, not less. Of course, this doesn't mean fasted exercise is perfect for every person or every situation. Very high-intensity workouts, extremely long endurance sessions, or certain medical conditions may require different strategies. But for many people aiming to improve metabolic health or reduce body fat, strategic fasted training can be a useful tool. The simplest way to experiment with it is surprisingly straightforward. Instead of eating immediately after waking up, try performing a light or moderate workout first. This could be brisk walking, cycling, jogging, or resistance training. Many people begin with the fasting window of 12 hours, then gradually extend it to 14 or 16 hours as their body adapts. After the workout, you can break the fast with a balanced meal containing adequate protein, healthy fats, and whole food carbohydrates. And this is important. Listen to your body. If you feel dizzy, unusually weak, or unwell during fasted training, stop and reassess. Hydration, sleep, and gradual adaptation all play important roles. In the beginning, your body might struggle to mobilize fat quickly enough, leading to drop in energy. The goal isn't to push yourself into extreme deprivation. The goal is to allow your metabolism to access the energy system it evolved to use. Because the reality is this: your body is not fragile. It's an incredibly sophisticated biological system shaped by millions of years of survival challenges. And sometimes the most powerful metabolic strategies are not the expensive supplements, the complicated diet plans, or the latest fitness trends. Sometimes they are the simple biological rhythms your body already understands: periods of feeding, periods of fasting, and movement that reminds your metabolism how to switch between them. If you found this explanation helpful, take a second and hit the subscribe button. This channel shares important health information that you should know and can apply in practice. And I'm curious about something. Have you ever tried exercising in a fasted state? Did you feel more energized? Or did it feel harder than expected? Leave a comment below and share your experience. I read through them, and your questions often inspire the next videos we make, because the more we understand how the body truly works, the easier it becomes to work with our biology instead of constantly fighting against it.